Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Monday Night Team Call. It is February 9th, and I should know that because my husband's birthday was Saturday, and that was the 7th. But anyway, thanks for being on. And my name is Christy Brune, and I am the Global Director on the team. And I know we have a lot of new coaches coming on with us right now, so that's very exciting. So if you're watching playback, welcome. We're excited. So we're excited for you to be a part of the team. We have a lot of fun. So tonight I wanted to start with just a little bit of challenge stuff real quick. When you're doing if you're a leader of a team in the challenge, and I know because I do this, I forget, check your daily coach tips, you guys. They're in there to help you, and I totally forget to do that. So make sure you do that. Just kind of make a note to yourself, like when you're doing your points and stuff, just make a little note to, oh yeah, go check my daily coach. Because there is a lot of great tips in there, and that's what they're for, is to help you. So if you don't know what to post for your team or whatever, it's really helpful for that. Right now, too, just to bring this up again, we have the February incentive going on, which we talked about last week, but I was wrong. And I posted that I was wrong, but I'm going to say it again tonight, that if you sign up a new coach in February, they have at least 150 B-Slim order of their own, and they sign one client up that has at least a 250 B-Slim order, you get a $50 bonus from the company. Why? Oh, and this is in your pocket. Before I said it was towards convention, that's not true. It's in your pocket, $50. Then you can also, you'll earn points, some VIP points, which I don't really totally understand what those are, but I guess you can cash those in for stuff towards convention or something. But and the reason why they're doing this is they think if all of us, like there's over 10,000 health coaches, right? If we each sign up one new coach, think of the growth and how many more people we can help. And that's what they're thinking is on the big picture is if everybody just added one coach, we would double the amount of coaches we have, which would double or even triple the amount of people that we would help, and really actually put Take Shape out there even more as a household name. A lot of people haven't even heard of us yet. So think of that. That's kind of crazy. If everybody just got one coach, that would be crazy, right? Kind of exciting. And something else I wanted to touch on, when you think about who would like to coach, it's not just about weight loss, you guys. We have a trilogy that we can offer people, right? We have a healthy body. We have the healthy mind, which is basically part of helping you keep the weight off to keep that healthy mind, right? And the healthy finances. They pay us very well to take care of clients. And how many people do you know, even if they don't have weight to lose, could use a little supplemental income, part-time, to help out with their kids' dance costumes, to help with weddings, with college, with maybe some fun vacation ideas. The economy is not that great. I would imagine most people could use a little extra income. So make sure you're not forgetting that piece. And I also was telling my story to someone, and they said, you know what, I've never heard your story. So I want to just go ahead and tell you guys that for everybody on the call and for everybody listening, because I don't have one of those big weight loss stories. You've never seen me post a before and after picture. I should go dig some out because I have some old pictures, like when I was in college, but I just have never done that. But when someone doesn't have a lot of weight to lose, don't automatically think they're not interested in hearing about the program, because remember, it's not just about weight loss, right? So my story is that I've always had a passion for health and fitness, and I've always worked out and tried to eat right and really educated myself. And I was teaching fitness classes at the gym, and really excited. I loved it. And I would have people come to me and say, okay, I'd come to your classes, Christy, I'm getting stronger, but I'm not losing any weight. Tell me what to eat. Oh my gosh, I get so excited. because I had done all my research and I had educated myself about eating clean and macronutrients and blah, blah, blah. But it was exciting to me. So I'd make them a meal plan based on their goals and where they were at. No one, not one person. I bet I made a meal plan for over 20 people. Just out of the goodness of my heart, didn't ever charge them a dime, but nobody could succeed. And I felt really defeated. And then I had my mom in the back of my mind, who was headed down the same path as her dad, and he died of a stroke in his 50s. And I knew I needed some way to help her. And that's when I came across this after a lot of research and digging. And long story short is the reason I got involved in this wasn't necessarily to help myself, but was to help a loved one, my mom. And then, so don't just look at someone and think, oh, they don't need my program because they look fit, they look healthy, they work out. I see her eating salads all the time, you know? So what? You have so much more to offer them. Open your mouth and share. I just wanted to get that out there because I think that's so huge. And Kim got really lucky because I actually reached out to her, and that's another story. But and Kim Fisk is who I'm talking about, who is our amazing presidential director, and she's my health coach. But no one would have walked up to me and said, you know, hey, you need to hear about my program if they were thinking about weight loss. Because they already thought, man, she teaches at the gym, she already eats right, like she knows what she's doing. So just broaden your horizons a little bit there, okay? Because if people like to help people and they are into fitness, they are into eating healthy, they have a world of people that maybe they would love to help, and they need to know how to do it. And maybe you could give them that purpose that they're looking for to make a difference in other people's lives, because that's what this has done for me. So that being said, I just wanted to open that to you guys. So, and so 3-way story calls. We've had a lot of calls lately on that. I hope you guys listened to the Brian Drollinger call. It's the 18 call that he does on Saturday. He had a lot of leaders on there, and they talked about how they talk to people about, you know, coaching, and just offer it to them. Like, have you ever thought about it? Or what do you think I do? Like, lots of great questions they had in there. You know, and maybe it's right for the person, maybe it's not, but you'll never know if you don't open your mouth. And they may thank you a lot someday for opening your mouth. Joe, did you have a question? Or were you just waving at me? Joe? Okay. Maybe she didn't. Okay, so then something else that comes to my mind this week that I want to talk about is trust. Trust is huge, you guys. Trust starts with our clients, right? They trust you. When someone knows you and likes you and trusts you, right? That's when you're going to have a better relationship with them. So your clients trust you enough to say, okay, you've walked this walk before me, right? You've done the program. You know how it works. I've either seen your pictures, I've heard your story, I believe in you, I trust you, I'll do this with you, right? We all know that, yes? Shake your heads or something? Okay. Hang on, Joe, what are you saying? Oh, nobody's frozen on my end. So anyway, it starts with trust. Trust is huge, and you build on that trust, and you make this great relationship. But sometimes it can get frustrating when you give the clients the tools to use, like coach calls, right? Their habits of health, right? The Shape Up group, the company call-ins, all this support that they can take advantage of, and yet they struggle to stay on program or to do very well on their own journey, and they're not taking advantage of the support. How many of you on this call right now, with the raise of hands, have felt that at some time? Right? We all have, okay? Now, I use that as an example because what I'm going to go talk about next is your mentor coach. That has it's the same thing, you guys, trust. Okay. Your mentor coach has been there before you. They've done the work. They know how to do it. They are either, at the rank you want to be or closer to it than you are, correct? So they know how to help you get there. They're giving you the tools. They're giving you all the support you need. And yet it's frustrating when someone says they want to do something, but they don't take advantage of those tools and the coaching or the mentor calls, the team calls, the trainings that we have available, and yet they don't do anything. That's frustrating, right? Some of you are brand new. This doesn't apply to you yet, except for that. Just know that build that trust with your mentor coach, because they will do everything they can to help you be successful, hands down. But it does take work, just like being a client takes work, right? It's really fun that first week being a client. You lose that big weight loss, that water weight, and you're all excited. But in order to continue on that journey and to be successful, you have to keep working. You have to keep improving. It's a constant thing, just like a marriage, just like raising your kids. It's like anything. Your other job, if you have another job, you always have to be getting better. You always have to be educating yourself. So it's the same for everything. Any comments? Any questions about any of that? Feedback? Does that make sense? What I want for us is, if you have trust within our team, within our family, that is where it's fun, you guys. And that is where we're going to have this bond and this family-like coaching partnership that we can do anything together. What does team stand for? Come on, Kelly, help me. Who knows that? Together, I don't know. I even put it on our banner in Dreamweavers and I forgot what it says.
Everyone achieves more.
Yes, thank you. Together, everyone achieves more. And that's very true. Your mentor is going to help you, because if you do well, they're happy, they're excited for you, and then in return, that helps them do well too, right? So just trust in your mentor. And if for some reason there is a lack of trust there, then go up. Go up. You have more mentorship than just one person, okay? But we all want the best for you. So I just want to put that out there. And on another note, I was talking to Troy, who's I just heard come in. He's back here. This is Mr. Troy Brune. And we were talking about doing a little personal development training for the team. And having Troy lead that so that you get the best of both worlds. You get a little Troy, and he would actually be in charge of that. And probably like pick a book, and those that want to participate, it's not going to be mandatory, okay? That's something I forgot to say. As a coach to your clients or as a mentor to your coaches, you guys, we're not managers, right? We're not here to tell you or make you do anything. We're just here to guide you and give you the tools if you want them. If you want to use them, great. If you don't, that's okay. That's all we're going to do. We can't manage you. We can't make you do something. So, backing up to this personal development, this is going to be open to everyone, but you don't have to do it. It's just if you want to. But by working on yourselves, you guys, no matter where you're at in your life, with your weight, again, with your marriage, with your kids, with your job, with your everything in your whole life, if you don't work on yourself to improve yourself, none of that will get better. You'll just stick in the same spot and be stuck all the time, right? And for some people, that'll be fine, and that's okay too. But if you want to improve, you've got to work on yourself the hardest. And then everything else will come together a lot easier for you. So anyway, Troy's going to think about what he wants to do with that. He said he'd put some thoughts together, but he's really good at it. He does a lot of that for his other JOB, and he's been to a lot of trainings and things like that. So I think it'd be kind of fun. And I'll be the first to admit that I'm not a reader so much, but I do watch a lot of personal development videos, and I have audios so that I listen to them like when I exercise and things like that. But if I knew everyone else was reading, I would read too, because I kind of like that kind of thing. And then we come together and discuss what we learned. And I think it would be really good as individuals, but also as a team, so that we could grow together and become stronger and smarter and wiser and just, better together. I think that would be awesome. That's really all I had tonight. And I talked the whole time. So who else wants to say anything? Kelly?
I just want to say that I think it's a really good idea. Something that happened when in my own journey with my health journey in talking to Troy and stuff is I had to humble myself and say I didn't know what I was doing and I couldn't make it happen on my own. And it was a humbling experience, right? Because I really looked up to Troy and, he saved me. And I feel the same way about Christy too. At times, I have to humble myself and be like, something's not working. And I go to her and, I'm constantly bugging her and constantly saying, I don't know what the next step is. And she's always there like, okay, well, let's do this. Let's try this. And it's a really humbling experience, but it is something that has taken me much farther than I ever expected to go with this.
That's very, very insightful. Very good. Thank you, Kelly, for sharing that. That's very true. It's very true with Kim. Kim's my mentor. And if you're brand new and you don't recognize that name, you will. But she's very intense, right? And she loves me, but it's a tough love. And she will tell me to do things, and a lot of the time I'm like, you want me to do what? What? She always says, I'm more invested in your growth than I am in your comfort level. So do you want to grow? Then this is what you're going to do. Oh my gosh. She makes me do scary things, let me tell you. But every time I do them, I get better. And it scares the crap out of you, but that's where the growth happens, right? And so you can even think about that as getting a new client. They're scared to death a lot of times to do this program. They're hesitant, they're skeptical, they're just, they don't know what they don't know, right? But because you've been there before, because you have that credibility as their coach, same with a mentor, you've been there before, trust them because they have your best intentions at heart. And I'm very thankful that I trusted Kim Fisk, who I didn't know from Adam, and I just met her on the web. But I trusted her, and I'm really glad I did because that lady knows what she's talking about. So, I don't know.
And I think it's important to do the work too. Like when Kim asks you to do something, you go do it. You at least try, and that's hard sometimes. Like I don't have to come back and say, well, yeah, I did it and this is what happened or whatever. And I think that going out and doing it, the scary part, I always know somebody's gonna be there for me. When I come back and oh my God, my stomach was churning or, or whatever. But you go at least try and she knows that you will do that. And I think that that's so awesome about our team.
I agree. Thank you, Kelly. That makes me think of something else. How many of you have clients, okay, that fell off the wagon, so they're not talking to you, right? And why is that? Because they feel bad. They feel like they let you down. They feel embarrassed themselves because they let themselves down. But they are avoiding you because they don't want to tell you they haven't been doing what they said they wanted to do, which was finish their journey or, whatever. Same thing as coaches. So when you have a team and someone falls away and they're not getting back to you, they're not calling you, it's because they feel like they've let you down. But being on the coaching side, are you ever upset with your client that fell down and fell off the wagon? No. Do you wish that when they were hurting, they would have called you so you could help them? Right? So put that in the same perspective as with your mentor coach. If you're not doing or not completing or whatever, that's when you need to call your mentor. We're not going to beat you up. We're here to help you. So, okay. So maybe, you feel like you don't have enough time. Let's work on that. Let's see what you do have available. Let's make it work for you. If this is what you really want, we'll help you. We're all here to help each other.
Christy just told me, this is Mary. I don't know whether you can tell because I'm on my way home from work, but Christy called me up and told me that I have some personal issues. And so I've never met Christy in my life. And so I went home and I thought about oh my God, how am I doing this? And I'm have re-looked at things. She called me. She's like, you're not mad at me, are you? Or are we okay? And I'm like, yeah, I actually have a plan now. And I have 3 story calls lined up now. But I mean, you have to really, I'm stepping outside of the box. I've always been a nurse, so I've never had anybody really invest in me personally other than my husband and my mother. So, anyway. Yeah, love you, Christy.
Okay, good. I love you too, Mary. I love you too. And what Mary's talking about is, I won't go into detail, but we were just discussing a certain part of her business that wasn't growing like she wanted it to. And so I was just kind of inspecting and having her talk me through some things. And there was just one part that I thought maybe could be. And I'm like, do you want to hear this one part? And she's like, yeah. And it could have easily hurt her feelings, but you gotta, things that make you grow are gonna hurt, or they're gonna scare you, right? That's why a lot of people just kind of lead ordinary lives, because it's safe and it's comfortable. But if you want to get better and you want to stretch yourself and you want to stretch yourself into great things, you have to get uncomfortable. It has to hurt a little bit. It has to. And that's where it's awesome on the other side, because you're like, I'm so glad I did that. It's such an empowering feeling. Such an empowering feeling. Thank you for sharing, Mary. And I can't wait to meet you in a couple weeks, face to face. Anything else? Anybody else? Was this helpful? I kind of went on a little rant, but I feel like it was kind of needed, maybe a little bit. I don't know. I needed it, so I just said it. So I hope it was helpful for you guys. And then one last thing that I'll close with, and I know it's coming up quick, and I know we got a lot of new coaches, but I feel like I'd be doing a disservice if I didn't tell you. We are having a team event for the Fisk team, which again is Kim Fisk. She's our presidential director, so we are all on her team. And we are having that in Salt Lake City, Utah. And that is February 26th, I think. That weekend, the 26th. So it's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and you leave on Sunday. I think that's what it is. Anyway, you guys are all invited. I can't tell you how much. Again, this is where you don't know what you don't know. I went to my first event before I was even a coach, because I wanted to know what this was all about. And I'm so glad I did, because I'm here today If I hadn't have gone, I don't know if I'd be here today. I don't know what would have happened. But I'm much better off. Every time I come away from an event, you learn something. You hear from other coaches just like you. It's a family, and it's amazing. And these people, you guys, just our small team is amazing. But when you go to an event with all these people that are all like-minded, they all want to help others, it will fill your bucket so full, and you will be so proud of the company that you are involved with, the team that you're on, the people that are surrounded you with. You will meet some of your very best friends in this business if you want to, because there's some amazing people. And I will have to say that there are a lot of people that come to my head that I would not have met without Take Shape for Life, and I cannot imagine my life without them. That's how blessed I am for that. So if you can go, and don't say, oh no, that's just like in 2 weeks. Well, just say, what if? So what if I could go? What would have to happen? What would I need to do? And talk to your mentor coach about it, because it really will be something that I promise you, if you go, you're not going to regret it. You're going to go, thank you for bringing that up and for telling me about it, because I wouldn't have even thought I could go or should go because I'm so new, maybe. So anyway, anything on that? Yes, Barb.
I was going in. I still have to pay my registration fee for the event, and it keeps taking me to this punch bowl thing, and I'm having a hard time getting to where I should be to pay for my event ticket.
Oh, okay.
Help with that.
I'll look into that.
Okay.
I'll look into that and see if I can't find. I'm not sure why that's happening to you.
Okay. It should be at the bottom of the information about the event. It says click here to pay.
Okay. All right.
Full of it. It's on that.
Okay.
Okay. Well, check that out. If that doesn't work, just private message me or something, and I'll see if I can get you a different link. I don't know.
It could be my computer too. Who knows? Maybe I'll try the one at work or something too.
Okay. Sounds good. Any other closing comments, thoughts? Okay. Let's go. Bug the heck out of your mentor. Get some 3-way calls lined up, and have fun doing it. Remember, I think I said this last summer. We're not going to do anything unless it's fun on this team. Everything we do is going to be fun. So have fun doing it. Go out there and find some people and get them on a 3-way call. Let's lift their spirits, and at least let them meet your mentor coach and congratulate them on their progress, and just see maybe if offering them the full program would be something they'd be interested in. We won't know unless we ask them. And aren't you glad someone asked you? Yeah? Okay. All right, you guys. Thanks for being on. Love you all. Night.